because I had a brain fart and ordered the same one twice. Hey guys, welcome back. So got a fun get ready with me video for y'all today, and it's on this look right here, and it's actually using mostly all Colourpop goodies. I have a lot of Colourpop stuff. I love Colourpop goodies, so I thought I would just go ahead and do a mostly all Colourpop look. So there were just a couple products I didn't have, but everything else is all Colourpop. And it ended up being kind of like a fun, bright, yellowy, colorful sort of a look. I think it's happy. I think it's fun. So yeah. This is what we're gonna be doing. If you wanna get ready with me today, let's get to it. Okay, I already applied some SPF, and I also applied these two primers. I do like wearing primers pretty much every day, so I went ahead and used these. This is the IT Cosmetics number 50 Serum Anti-Aging Collagen Veil Primer, and this is the Serious Skincare Insta Selfie Skin Perfecting Concentrate. So I have those on my face. So for foundation, I'm gonna use, let me get my brush. I'm gonna use the Colourpop No Filter Foundation, and this is in Light 55. So I got Light 55 and also, what is this one? Fair 30. I really wasn't sure, but I do feel like this almost like blends in lighter than it looks. I don't really know. This one works for me, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna get the tiniest little bit, like maybe two, not even two full dots on my brush. This is an IT Cosmetics 702? Yeah, 702. I'm gonna dot this on my face. Like that little tiny bit right there is enough for probably half my face. One thing I definitely noticed with this foundation is less is definitely more. The first time I used this, I used like the same amount I'm used to using with a foundation, and I put it on my face and it was like horrible. I had so much product, way too much, got another little dot, way too much, and it was just gross looking. Like it just was sitting on top of my skin. I just had way too much product. And as far as formula goes on this foundation, one of my friends mentioned this, and I agree with this description, is she said she thinks it like kind of reminds her of a serum sort of a foundation. And yeah, like that's kind of the same way I feel when I use it. So I'm really not sure how I feel about it. Definitely like it better than when I initially put it on my face. Like I've used it, you know, multiple times at this point. And I like it better now that I've used it multiple times, but it's just ultimately kind of not my favorite because I'm more basically combo normal, and I don't know, you'll have to let me know if you have dry skin, what your experience is using it. But for me, it just doesn't last super well. Doesn't really meld into my skin super well. It feels very serum-y, so it almost feels like it kind of sits on top of my skin. Let me get a mirror. I mean, I do use a brush just because it's easy and I like brushes, but I can like see the brush strokes, and it's sort of like collecting in here. I can see it accentuating dryness on my nose. I can kind of like mess with it quite a bit to make it look better. So I mean, it's not unusable. It's just not the easiest foundation I've ever used, and it doesn't last very well on me. So for me, it's not my favorite. For brows, I'm gonna use this brow pencil in Blondie. This is what it looks like. It's one of those skinny brow pencils. I really like this brow pencil. It's easy to use. The color is usable for me. It's a little bit warm toned, but you know, definitely still works. What I really like about it though is it's very long wearing. Like I don't notice it fading throughout the day. Like as my skin gets oily, a lot of times my brows will kind of disappear, especially if I touch my brows. And this really sticks around very well. So I am impressed with this little brow pencil. I really do like it. I tried to order the other one to try, and I accidentally ordered the exact same thing. Don't know how I did that, but I ordered the exact same pencil. So I don't know how the other one is because I had a brain fart and ordered the same one twice. Also, I noticed with that foundation, like normally I'll kind of take my fingers and sort of do this around my brows, and I'm just kind of wiping off the foundation when I do that. Other foundations will do that a little bit, but I definitely notice it with this one. For eyeshadow primer, I'm just gonna use some concealer. I'm gonna use the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in Light 14. I have not done this, just used a concealer as my primer in a very long time. So I don't know how this will go during the day, but I don't have a Colourpop, what's it called? Primer. And I'm trying to use as much Colourpop stuff as I can in this video. I'm gonna set that concealer with some of their loose powder, the No Filter Setting Powder, and I have it in translucent. This is what it looks like. So just gonna get that primer, or not primer, that powder, not powder, that concealer set. I think I want to play with my Yes Please palette. It's been a long time since I've played with this one. So I'm going to get some of this color right here and a little bit of this color right here on a Cozette S175 brush. Just going to softly put that in my crease and transition area. I'm going to play with a fun yellowy look. So I'm going to get this on a Cozette D220 brush. That fun yellow color, and I'm going to put that in my crease and then also down on my lid. I'm going to get a little combo of these two on that same brush. Put that in my crease. Now with a tiny crease brush, I'm going to get some of this brown shade right here and apply that into my outer corner. Do a little bit of blending. I'm going to get some of that yellow on my finger and tap that back on. So I have that super yellowy looking lid. I'm going to get some of this fun bright gold shade and pop that on my lid as well. Ooh, this is such a happy, fun color. I do love their shadows. They are some of my favorites to use. They just work so well. So their shadows are great. Some of my very, very favorites. I love their palettes specifically. Like, I pretty much collect their palettes at this point. I'm obsessed with them. Now I'm going to take this cream gel liner in Show Me and apply this to my upper lash line. Really love their liners too. They're very, very creamy and easy to work with. They don't seem to pull on the eyes. I noticed some are smoother than others. I think it depends on the color, but overall really nice and smooth and very long wearing, which is awesome. So really affordable, nice liners. I think I want just a little bit more definition to my eyes, so I'm going to take some of this dark brown, just the tiniest little bit, kind of a burgundy dark brown, and I'm going to put that right in my outer corner. So I don't have a Colourpop mascara, so I'm just going to go ahead and use some of my IT Cosmetics Superhero. Okay, for my under eyes, I'm going to use a little combo of these two colors. The No Filter Concealer in Light 14, and then I have one of the original versions, but I wrote it down like what it compares to. So this is the old Fair 5, but the new Light 10. So I'm going to do a little combo of these two because I'm kind of like in between the two. This one is super yellowy, which is the new Light 10. I like the lightness of it, but it's very yellowy. So I'm going to get a little bit of this first, just to kind of lighten and brighten under my eyes and do some concealing, obviously. Not just lighten and brighten, but like conceal the dark circles. And then I'm going to get a little bit more of this color to kind of like get the right tone to it. I do really like their concealers. I think they work well. I think they have good coverage to them. Pretty good color range, and yeah, I mean, I honestly would be more likely to just use one of these all over my face. I've never tried that, but I bet I would like it because I like the formula of them, I'd probably like that better than using the foundation. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe doing it like a combo. Let me know what you think about the foundation. Because I hate saying that, I always feel like if I'm not liking a product, I see it as a challenge. Like, what do I need to tweak and do to enjoy using it more? Because I feel like so much makeup is like that, where it's just about tweaking how you use it. So let me know, like maybe I just need to do some tweaking and use it differently. I'm gonna take the setting powder again, the No Filter setting powder. And again, I use it in translucent. And I'm going to set my under eyes and T-zone with this. I really like this powder. What would I say about this powder? It seems to set well. I wouldn't say it makes my skin look dry, which I like. I don't like it as much as my Ben Nye luxury powder. Like, that one's just hard to beat. I love that one so much. But this one's a good one, like especially for how affordable it is. It seems to set the makeup well. I do think it helps with the longevity of the foundation. I think they work well together, and this kind of, you know, helps it out a little bit. So I think it's a great powder. I really, really like it. This noise is my cuff making all that noise. Now I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the Colourpop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder, and I have it in Fair. I wasn't really sure if I should get fair or light, so if I'm kind of on the fence, I always go with a lighter one because I know I can always bronze it up and make it work, where if it's too dark, that's hard to make it work. And for my lower lash line, I'm gonna get some of the yellow shade on a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush and just line that along my lower lash line. This is a great yellow. Like, if you've used yellow shadows, they're not all the same. Some of them are really good, some of them are really not good. And this is one of the good ones. Like, it's still, it's not like a neon yellow, but it's I would describe it as a bright mustard yellow. So it's still got that brightness to it, but it's also got a lot of good pigment, so it's just really pretty. I love yellow shadows with blue eyes, just like I love blue shadow with brown eyes. Oh my gosh, that's such a pretty combo. I think yellow shadows and blue eyes is so pretty. And I'm also gonna get some of this gold right here, and I'm gonna spray it with some setting spray. This is the, oh, I meant to get one of their, they have sprays, and I forgot to order that. So I'm gonna use what I have, which is the CoverGirl Look Lockup All Day Setting Mist, and I'm gonna wet my brush with some of that, and then I'm gonna pop some of this fun bright yellow on kind of the inner half of my lower lash line, just to lighten and brighten that area. For lower lash line mascara, I'm gonna use some of my CoverGirl Clump Crusher. Gonna do some contouring with this Step Right Up Face Duo. This is in Spectacle and Dreamscape. This was smaller than I was expecting, but it is really cute and would be good for travel and good for like a quick eye look, but also as face products too. So I'm gonna get some of the contour shade. This is one of the lightest contour shades I've ever used, and I really like it. Like, obviously this would be intended for very porcelain to fair complexions, but, and I probably even have a little bit of product like from something else on my brush. But the first time I used this, I really had to get quite a bit of product on my brush, but I like that because you can really build it up. And I mean, I have a lot of really pigmented contours that I have to be really careful with. This one I can really just kind of build up and apply quite a bit of product. So I like it, and I like the formula of it. Like, it blends onto the skin well. I think it looks pretty. It's kind of a very neutral color to it. It's not super gray, but it's definitely not warm either. So it's like a really, really good contour shade. I really like it. For blush, I'm going to use a little combo of these two right here. So this one on the top is kind of like a peachy pink shade. This is To the 10. And then this one is a really pretty bright pink color. This one is Noodle. So what it says? Noodle. Yeah, Noodle. So I'm gonna get a little combo of those two. This is my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe blush brush. These are nice. They really do have some pigmentation to them, but they blend really well too. So I think they have a really nice formula. I love them. Like, I would definitely collect more shades, but I don't need more. But I do think that they are a really nice formula, and I like these colors. I like the combo of the two. I think they make like a sweet, bright cheek. So that's too much, so I'm doing a little bit of blending with my foundation brush. I do this a lot. If I get too much foundation, I tone it down with my foundation brush. For highlighter, I'm gonna get this loose one. This is in Know Me. I don't know if this is permanent or not. I never remember. That's kind of a negative, I would say, about Colourpop, is that they have a lot of limited edition stuff, so it gets really confusing remembering what's permanent and what's limited edition. So I'm just gonna put this on the inner corners of my eyes for a little pop there. And then I'm also gonna apply some to my cheekbones using my Beauty Junkees Pro Setting Brush. Know Me is a really pretty shade. It's kind of a, like a, I don't even know if I would say a pinky champagne, but it's not super golden. It's really, really pretty. And clearly it is intense, so you don't need a lot. You don't need to get a lot of product on your brush like I just did, and now I'm trying to blend out. I'm gonna use a little bit of the highlighter from that duo and apply that over the top to kind of like soften and diffuse it a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit of the creamy shade from the Yes Please palette and set my brow bone. I was just looking and thinking I needed to blend that and also brighten that a little bit. Then for lips, I'm going to start with the Luxe lipstick in Appy. I love these lipsticks, and this is one of my favorites. It's so pretty. It's just like a beautiful nude. I love the formula on these. They're really nice and creamy, and then they set down, and then they wear a really long time. They're just really good. And then over that, I'm going to use the Ultra Glossy Lip in Phew. We'll see how this ties into the eye look. See if it brings a little bit of that golden glow. A little bit. Kind of got lost in the lip color, but I really like that lip color, so that's okay. Alright guys, so that wraps up this Get Ready With Me. So hope that you really enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what your favorite goodies are from Colourpop. I definitely am a collector of the brand now, so I would love to know what kind of goodies you love to collect from their line too. Let me know your favorites. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!